Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Tara and here on my channel I teach you guys how to make homemade skincare products. So if you are a beginner, you came to the right place because I have a series here on my channel called Formulating Cosmetics for Beginners, and I will link down in my description box to my playlist that has all the videos I've already done in that series. And today goes right along with that series, and it goes right along with the video I did last time. And that video was all about toners, what toners are, what they do for your skin, and ingredients that do well in toners, and I talk about what each ingredient's benefits are. So if you want some inspiration for ingredients that go in toners, or you really have no idea where to begin when it comes to choosing ingredients for a toner, so I highly recommend checking out that last video. I'll have it linked down below so you can get some inspiration for ingredients that would work well in a toner for you and your skin type, or whatever skin type you're trying to formulate it for. But today we're going to be formulating a toner for oily acne prone skin. This is specifically going to be a Aloe Chamomile toner, and it's really good for oily acne prone skin because it's like drying, so it helps dry up all the excess oils, but it's also hydrating at the same time, but it's soothing as well, so it will help calm inflammation that sometimes acne can cause. So I think it's all around great for anybody who has oily acne prone skin, even if you have sensitive skin. So let's just get into it so you guys can figure out exactly how to make this Aloe Chamomile facial toner for oily acne prone skin. So here's the formulation I've written out for this Aloe Chamomile facial toner. There's only two phases. The first phase, which is phase A, the water phase, and then phase B, which is our cool down phase. So if you don't know how to transfer a formula from percents to a weighed out recipe, then go check out my video that shows you guys exactly how to do it. I will link it down in the description box. I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys asking how to make larger quantities of products. You do it just by transferring the formula to however much you want to make. So go check out that video and it'll make a lot more sense. So let's get into the recipe. First off, as always, you need a digital scale that weighs to 0.01 grams. And I'm using this glass beaker that is 200 milliliters. Any glass container works fine, but I prefer beakers and they're so much easier to work with. So I always recommend using a beaker. I'll link down below where you can go purchase some. So first off, we are using 18 grams of witch hazel, then 18 grams of aloe vera liquid, followed with 16.2 grams of distilled water. Make sure it's distilled water. And then go ahead and set your water phase to the side, and then grab a pan and fill it up with water. We are going to be creating a water bath by placing our beaker right into the pan of water and then covering it with aluminum foil, and we're going to heat this up to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. This way we can sterilize all the ingredients inside. If you decide not to heat it up, that's perfectly fine. I just like to make sure everything's sterile before I add in my preservative. So you want to use a temperature gun to keep track of the temperature to make sure it reaches 158 degrees Fahrenheit and stays there for 20 minutes to sterilize everything. I'll link down below where you can buy the temperature gun. So once everything's been heated, sterilized, and returned to room temperature, it's time to weigh out our cool down ingredients. First off is willowbark extract. This extract has soothing properties on irritated skin. It works as a toning agent. It has great moisturizing properties, and it can help slaw off dead skin cells. So I'll be adding in 1.8 grams of the willowbark extract. Next up is chamomile extract. Chamomile has anti-inflammatory properties. It can help soothe irritation. It's very moisturizing, and it has anti-aging properties. So I'm adding in 1.2 grams of the chamomile extract. Now lastly, but most importantly, is our preservative. I'm using Luicidal SF Complete. This is a broad spectrum water soluble preservative. So you can use whatever preservative you want, just make sure it's water soluble and broad spectrum. And this one is used at 4%, which equals 2.4 grams, but make sure you're using the correct amount of whatever preservative you decide to use. Then I'm giving this toner one last good mix to make sure everything is well incorporated. And I'm using this 2-ounce glass bottle to store my toner in. I'll link down below where you can purchase these bottles. I purchased them in bulk, but I'll also try to find some similar ones on Amazon so you don't have to buy them in bulk. So just pour your toner into your glass bottle, add on your cap, and you're done. This is how the toner looks once everything is finished. But one last touch that is totally optional, but I like to create little custom labels for my products. It just makes it look a little bit more professional, and you can, remember exactly what your product is. So I made this little Aloe Chamomile face toner label. If you don't know how to make labels, I have a video that shows you exactly how to do that and how to waterproof them. I'll link it down in the description box for you guys. So if you guys don't know how to use a toner, you want to use it after your cleansing, but before moisturizing. And I just like to take a little cotton round, pour a little bit on, and then gently rub it into my skin. But if you want, you can also use a spray cap like this one, and then just spray like 2 or 3 pumps on your face, and then pat that into your skin using a cotton round, whichever way you prefer. So I do hope you guys enjoyed that recipe. As always with any recipe I make on my channel, you can always tweak it or, you know, substitute ingredients out for other ingredients. Like in my last video, I mentioned you could use just pure witch hazel as a toner, and that would work fine. Or you can use like 50% witch hazel, 50% aloe vera. Bam, you got a toner. Just make sure you add a preservative. So you can always mix things up. You can use just chamomile extract. You could use just willow bark extract. You can use no extracts at all. You could use a completely different extract. So whatever you want to do, you can totally do that. Just make sure you're following the ingredients suggested usage rates. If you want to add in a hydrolyzed protein, go ahead. If you want to leave out the vegetable glycerin, go ahead. Just make sure you substitute that missing percentage that you take out with another ingredient. And to make sure you're following the suggested usage rate, just make sure you're always using a water-soluble preservative in your toner, because toners are a water-based product, so you need a water-soluble broad-spectrum preservative. You don't have to use the preservative that I use. You can always use a different water-soluble preservative. Just make sure you're following the suggested usage rate. I also want to mention that I do have a Patreon, and on that Patreon, I have a $10 tier where you have access to early videos, you have access to my blog, and you get a shout out at the end of each of my videos along with a link in my description box to whatever site you want linked. And I have 3 lovely people to shout out. The first one is Herbalist Tracy, who owns Essence of Nature over on Etsy, and I did a review over her products before. I'll link that review down below so you can get a better idea of what she sells and what her brand is all about. The next person is Musical Mood Ring, who owns Stardust Bath and Body. As of right now, her site is not active. It might be by now because this video is like very pre-recorded, so it might be up now. Go hop on over to her website. If it's not up, you can type in your email and then get notified when it goes live. And last but not least is Nature's Farm Girl, who owns naturesfarmgirl.com. She sells natural skincare products and bath products, so hop on over there and check her out. If you want a shout out at the end of each of my videos, just go over to my Patreon and subscribe for $10 a month. You'll have access to early videos, my blog, and you'll get a shout out. So, you know, that's awesome. Great publicity. People who watch my videos are really into like natural products and homemade products. So, you know, you might get a few sales or at least like a few follows or likes. So, you know, if you want, that's awesome. If not, that's cool too. I also want to say I appreciate all my patrons. Like, it baffles me how many patrons I have over there. I really didn't think I would have so many patrons, at least not so fast. And I feel like I say this a lot, but I really thank you guys for supporting me over there. I don't know how to express my gratitude. It really means a lot to me. And I really thank all of you guys for supporting me over there. It means so much to me. I want to mention one last thing. As I mentioned in every single one of my videos, you're probably sick of hearing it. I do sell homemade skincare products over on Etsy. So if you like my tutorials I do on here, you'll probably love my products I sell over on Etsy. I'll link it up here. I'll link it down in the description box. So, you know, you can go over there, check it out. You don't have to buy anything, but you can check it out and just see what I sell. So I hope you guys have a great week. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Ooh, one more thing. In my next video, I will be formulating a toner for dry skin. So if you have like dry, sensitive skin, this recipe in my next video will be perfect for you. If you have suggestions for any toners you would like to see for a specific skin type, let me know down in the comments below. As of right now, I'm just going to be doing the oily acne prone one and the dry one because I feel like that's enough of a good idea on how to formulate a toner. And most of you guys can go from there. But if you want to see a specific one formulated, let me know down in the comments and I'll be happy to make one because I love making toners because they're easy to make. So I hope you guys have a great week and hope to see you guys next time. Bye!
I'm stuck in the motions. I've been consumed by the wrath of time like I'm I'm shattered in this life. It's still the path that I've chosen because I've had a vision.